If you're like me, you've probably depleted your source of Nintendo Switch games and are on the hunt for more. As such, I've put together a list of 7 hidden Nintendo Switch gems that are all under $25. My name's Nate, and if you like what you see, please gently tap that subscribe button. First up is Gato Roboto. Sporting a chic 2-bit animation style, you play as a cat in a mecha suit exploring an alien world. This game is filled with secrets, action, exploration, and amazing characters that make me nostalgic for the original Metroid games. So for those of you who are getting ready to pee your pants thinking about getting lost in a large map in a Metroidvania-style game, I'd hold that in for a moment. This game is similar to recent releases like Hollow Knight and Dead Cells, however it's much smaller in size. The game only runs at about 4 to 5 hours long, and the game does a fantastic job at making sure you're not getting lost too often. Now, that's not to say that this game isn't meant for the older players who like the Metroidvania-style genre. There's plenty of secrets and things to explore in this little alien world that kept me coming back for more, so I think if you like the Metroidvania-style genre, you're probably really gonna like this game. The game retails for a terrific price of $7.99. It often goes on sale, and for those of you who have always wanted to play a Metroidvania-style game as a cat controlling a mecha suit, this might just be the one for you. Next up is a fantastic title, Bomb Chicken. Bomb Chicken is a classic, amazing game in my opinion, and it is as ridiculous as it sounds. You play as this chicken who was getting prepared to be turned into a couple of fried chicken wings. However, the chicken gets hit by some toxic blue goo and gains the ability to poop out bombs. The chicken then takes it upon himself to go throughout this factory and destroy the workers who were trying to turn him into those tasty chicken wings. The game plays as a platformer, however, you play as a flightless bird, and that's where laying of these bombs comes into effect. You lay towers of bomb to move up levels or to get onto other platforms, and you can also throw the bombs to hit enemies. However, one key issue is that you're not immune to these bombs. They blow up soon after you lay them, and if you get hit by them, you're chicken wings. This adds a super strategic element to the game, because if you don't place the bomb in the right place, then you're going to become dinner to the guy next to you. The game has a plethora of levels that can take hours and hours to complete, and the game also sports a beautiful pixel art GBA style. So for those of you out there who don't like playing as cats, then you might like this game because you get to play as a chicken who poops bombs. Next on our list is Freedom Planet. If you're not into playing games as animals like cats or chickens, maybe you're more into playing games as the anthropomorphic type. Freedom Planet originally started development as a Sonic the Hedgehog fan game. However, after seeing that the game would have more potential as an original title, they switched up from playing as Sonic the Hedgehog and Tails to playing as Lilac, Carol, and Mila, an anthropomorphic dragon, bobcat, and basset hound. The game does a fantastic job of capturing the essence of classic Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis games. It's fast, fun-paced, and it has a wealth of story content, and might I add, great voice acting, that make this game feels like a cozy Saturday morning cartoon. For those of you who have been disappointed with modern Sonic the Hedgehog games, this indie hidden gem is sure to satisfy and scratch that nostalgic itch you have for those better times. Okay, next on the list is the newest game, which probably means it's not as hidden, but it's honestly an amazing game and it took me on a journey I didn't know I was going to go on. And the name of that game is Inmost. So Inmost is this atmospheric horror puzzle platformer game with a extremely deep story. In my opinion, I think that the game is best played in a dark room. And that's not so that you get scared by jump scares, because there's not really any in the game, but it's so you really get dragged into this world and these environments that they have. They're so, I wouldn't say they're creepy, but they're just atmospheric, and it's an amazing thing what these developers have done. So the game follows 3 different protagonists. It follows an old man, a girl, and a knight. And all 3 different characters have different platforming abilities that make their stories unique and interesting. And also, the stories, they don't really seem connected at first. You have to play through this entire game to actually make sense of most of what's going on because, in all honesty, when I played through it, a lot of it didn't make sense. But when I got to the end, it really just hit me deep. It goes right in. It doesn't even fool around. It just gets right into the heartstrings and starts tickling them. It makes me feel things I never even thought I could feel. All in all, I'd recommend this game to anybody who owns a Nintendo Switch. Anybody who wants a deep story, or anybody who wants to get scared so bad they pee their pants, this is the game for them. So we're now into the latter half of this hidden gems list, and I figured we should kick off the latter half with a more stylish game called Murder by Numbers. I'll just cut to the chase on this one. Murder by Numbers is a mix between a visual novel game, similar to the Ace Attorney series, and a Picross game. Visual novel games can be long, and Picross games are puzzle games which can get even longer if you forgot where your brain was. As such, Murder by Numbers can be a fairly long game, but it's also a very rewarding game. The game follows an actress named Honor who played a detective in a TV show, then randomly one day decides she wants to be a detective. Along the way, she gets a robot companion named Scout who helps her analyze crime scenes. Similar to the Ace Attorney games, you chat with characters, ask questions, explore areas, and present evidence. The twist, however, is that in order to actually get evidence, you have to have your robot Scout analyze the crime scenes, and this initiates Picross puzzles. As a Picross game, this is an awesome game. As a visual novel game, this is an awesome game. And together, they make an even awesomer game. Even if you're not a fan of either of the genres, I'd say that this game is still worth your time and is worthy of being on this hidden gems list. The next game is a Nintendo game, and I know most people would think Nintendo games are of great quality and probably wouldn't be on a hidden gems list. However, this game is of great quality, but it's just not very popular and not very well known. And this game is Box Boy and Box Girl. You play in this game as Cubey or Cutesy, little squares who multiply their bodies to create paths and staircases to overcome obstacles, complete levels, and to eventually save their world. There's a total of 3 modes in this game. There's a traditional single-player game, a couch co-op game, and another single-player game. The game offers a plethora of levels to play through. As a single player, you have tons of levels, and once you beat them, a whole nother campaign unlocks. Originally, you played as a little square character, however, in the second campaign, you now get to play as a rectangular character. This allows for more interesting levels and more levels in general. There's also a couch co-op mode, so for those of you lucky people out there who actually have friends, well, you can play through this game with them, and it's an amazing experience. All in all, this game is made by Nintendo and HAL Laboratory, but the game is only $10. It honestly offers more than I could imagine for a $10 game coming from Nintendo, so it's well worth your money if you haven't yet bought into it. Alrighty, well, you've made it to the last hidden gem on this list. And in all honesty, it's probably the least hidden gem on this list, but it's still one of the best. And that is Golf Story. Golf Story is simple. It's a game about golf and it involves a story. The game has you play as the main character who is on a quest to become one of the greatest golfers of all time. This involves going around to the different clubs and courses and playing through minigames, playing a round of golf, playing a round of disc golf, even flying drones, and having to do chores like mowing the lawn. Now, even if you don't like golf, this game is still great for what it is. It's not really golf, it's more of a bunch of mini-games. And it's hilarious. The story, the characters, everything about the game is so funny. Now, some of you might be thinking, Nate, you're an idiot. Why are you including this game on this list? That's not a hidden gem. Well, the truth of the matter is, whenever I talk to friends and they ask me what games I recommend to them, I ask them if they've heard of Golf Story, and they say no. So I still think there's a lot of people out there who have yet to play this amazing game, and as such, I wanted to include it on this list so more people can share in the joys of Golf Story. Well, folks, that's the 7 hidden gems that I wanted to present to you guys today. Let me know down in the comments below if you've already had a chance to play these games or if you intend to pick them up. Well, I've been Nate the Great, and if you want to see more Nintendo-related content, please gently hit that subscribe button. Alrighty then, bye-bye!